Ladies and gentlemen, it is Sunday, January 26th, 2014, and you're listening to FAWMtalk. I'm your host, Ianuarius, and with us, as always, our wonderful, beautiful co-host, TC Elliott. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great for a Sunday morning. How are you?
Well, kind of been waiting to get doing this thing and waiting to get doing FAWM thing,
Right, it's gearing up.
Yeah, and I'm feeling a little bit anxious. I haven't been doing too much electronic stuff in a while. So that's a little bit of a problem. Like, I want to do a lot of soundtracks type of stuff. But recently I've been only playing guitar and not too much electronic stuff. So, I don't know, I'm excited to be actually doing something for a while. But, yeah, I don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah,
What are your plans?
It sounds exciting. I've actually recorded a couple of songs in January, tried to get a little better recordings. I'm staying away from the electronic stuff for now, but starting to get into it and kind of looking forward to FAWM to write some music and maybe get some better recordings than usual. Although I don't promise anything for every song. But
yeah, there's always like some sort of everybody wants to develop their skills, and me especially. I really would like to get my production skills going. Yeah.
I really want to get better mixes and better recording quality, and I think the weakest link, I mix okay, I'm not great, but just getting recording the good tracks, both performance and quality, that's where the challenge is, and getting it all together. So that's kind of my personal recording challenge this year, and it'll splash over into FAWM hopefully, and like you said, use it as a learning experience. So looking forward to it.
The problem with production is really that it wavers. Like, I listened to some stuff from FAWM last year, and they sound amazing. And then I've been doing things like the 50-90, like 50 songs back into summer. But that stuff didn't really sound as good.
I was pretty impressed, really, throughout 50-90 there. So maybe I'm a fan instead of a critic.
Might be.
But yeah, someone asked in chat if I did electronic stuff, and I usually stay away from it, but I have dabbled with some synths and some other stuff. And looking at alchemy and some other possibilities, not really to go pure electronic, but to incorporate in more of a rock field or a folk rock field. So, so I really will intend to go there, but not yet.
Yeah, alchemy is super fun, and I have a ton of VST instruments. Let's see here. I can see about 30, 40 instruments, just like synth electronic stuff, and I have some things like the Gerrybhoy personal orchestra, which I did the what is it called? Satellite, the 47-minute. I guess some people could call it symphony, but that's more like organic sound, and not that synthesized, cool 80s sound that I'm so fond of.
Right. Well, definitely lots of room to explore, and I hope that a lot of people will use FAWM to kind of branch out. I know a couple of people in the forums were talking about hitting new genres and trying different things, and I think that's the great thing about FAWM is if you get an idea, you just kind of roll with it, and you do the best you can with what you got. And my hope is that when it's over, I've got some good enough recordings I can go back to and just polish up instead of having to re-record. So, but looking forward to FAWM.
I always get some sort of cool ideas for FAWM, like cool project ideas. I want to do a concept album, or like this time I want to do soundtrack stuff, because I'm getting more into game design, that sort of thing. And during 5090, I found out that you generally don't want to do any sort of project there. It really burns you out fast. And one year I started doing that sort of symphonic metal stuff, and I wanted to do a lot of that, but I think I just burned myself out. I really didn't feel like doing anything after about 7 songs. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, last 5090, I just started doing everything and anything. I didn't want to really go with a project, just experiment with different styles, different genres.
Yeah.
So that was a really fun experience, and I think I'm gonna do similar things in the future. Probably keep the project in FAWM, and do a lot of different kind of things during 5090.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Sounds good.
Okay, so let's listen some music. We got some cool songs queued up here, so let's go ahead and play something.
Driving down a dirt road, dust cloud behind us, having the time of our lives. But I ran for my destiny, running got the best of me, and I'm missing you, baby, tonight. Each time the sun sets, I reach out to touch you. Can't believe you're not there. Misty green mountaintops, moon pies and lemon drops, having the time of our lives. But you stayed in West Virginia, God how I miss you, as I'm wiping the sleep from my eyes. Every morning I wake up and reach for you, can't believe you're not there. These are the times of our lives. Hold on to each other, hold on for dear life. Hold on. Heading down the highway, so many miles between us, making the best of our lives. But you're still in West Virginia, and girl, I still miss you. I'm wiping the tears from my eyes. These are the times of our lives. Hold on. These are the times of our lives. Hold on. These are the times of our lives. Hold on. These are the times of our lives. Hold on.
And that was John Staples with Times of Our Lives. A wonderful, wonderful piece.
Yeah, I like John quite a bit. Discovered him last year, and definitely good stuff.
Oh, definitely. It's got that wonderful singing voice. I just get mesmerized when I hear that.
Well, and he described himself somewhere as like a new songwriter or a beginning songwriter or something. And it was like I didn't see it until after 4 or 5 songs that I'd listened to him. And I was like, really? Really? This is beginning stuff? Okay. Well, I'm glad I spent, 15 years trying to get to this level. Thanks a lot. But really impressive.
Yeah, that guy is seriously talented.
Yes.
And we asked people to post some of their songs on the forums, and John was kind enough to post like four or five songs, and we picked a couple of them. We're gonna play what we can this time.
Yeah.
And of course, when FAWM starts, we're gonna be playing FAWM songs, just picking stuff from the FAWM stock. And if you want. If you want to make sure we can play one of your songs during FAWMtalks, you need to check the downloadable box
Yes.
when you're submitting this song. So then we'll be
absolutely.
able to download it and play it here if we want to.
Yeah. I did talk to info at FAWM, and they said that the downloadable box will be like the previous shows. Last year we didn't have shows, so that's why you suggested this show. I think it's a great idea. So we should have plenty of songs to choose from. But I imagine we'll do threads throughout the challenge, maybe for specific types of deals. But it might be random songs. It might be songs that stick out. It might be favors for friends, although I didn't promise anything, I promise.
Yeah, that's kind of sleazy. Well, Sunday is a good day for a little pre-FAWM cast, but of course it's kind of early over there.
Yes.
And it's gonna be a lot earlier when we do the regular cast.
Yes.
So
You're waking me up for this thing, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it will. It will be a little early. It'll be 5:30 Central, except for the first show, of course. But it will be streamable on the YouTube, the great YouTube, throughout the day, so people can check it out as they have time.
Wow.
Steal some work computer time and check it out.
I'm talking about biting the fan that he features. I was just reading this message by Morti, and he was telling that they can't actually watch the cast live in Germany. So what a wonderful fun thing. What was it? This video is not available in Germany because it may contain music from which GMA has not granted the respective music rights. So that's fantastic. Just, I hope they can watch the, what do you call them? The archived videos.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I hope so too.
That's like the prime audience for the cast, since it's gonna be
Right.
like 12 o'clock at noon there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, and hopefully we can get some Southern Hemisphere listeners too. That would be cool if it worked out for them. It should be evening for them. So
yeah.
down under.
Yeah, I was looking. They have the daylight saving time there, so it's gonna be
Oh, yeah.
something like 10 p.m. in the Canberra.
I guess that's doable, but
Yeah. Well, I would be listening if somebody did a cast that was on 10 p.m. here in Finland. So I would definitely be interested in that, especially if it was a special kind of cast like this, where the content matter is close to my heart. Well, then of course, let's play something else. I think we talked about Morti earlier, and he can't hear this, but let's play one song from Morti called Pronoia.
Everyone I've ever met is my friend, and everyone loves me and I love them. All of my schemes and all of my ideas satisfy the hunger deep down in their souls. Watching me, or stand behind me, support me in secrecy, whatever I do. Everyone's helping me do what they can for me. I give my all for them, we are all one. There's no one who can stop us now. Our Illuminati cannot fail. We'll do as we please, live by our own means. If we take it, then the world is ours. Stand behind me, support me in secrecy, whatever I do. Everyone's helping me do what they can for me. I give my all for them, we are all one.
And that was Morti with his song Pronoia. And there's a heated discussion in the chat going on about this copyright thing that YouTube is so wonderfully enforcing in their wisdom. I don't really know.
They don't want us to be listening to good music, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Did your sound just did your voice change?
I hope not. Did it?
Yeah, it did.
I'm sorry.
Guy. Well, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let me look.
Okay, but so we're thinking. I have been doing some sort of cover tracks. Like I covered one of Iron Maiden's acoustic track, although I think there's only one of them. And I played that with an acoustic guitar, and it would seem that YouTube picked that one up, and now they are blocking my whole channel in fear that maybe I would cast some copyrighted material. It could be. That's very much possible. But I don't think that's really fair. I mean, I've put some game footage on my channel earlier too, and it's never the game companies, or if it is the game companies that happen to pick up the footage, they always just set it free that like, okay, you can stream anything you want about our game. But then the record companies, they come there and they start like bullying people around about their precious songs, and that's just that's really not how world works nowadays. I mean, I guess that was reasonable once upon a time, but now there are so many people who make their living casting and stuff on YouTube and providing content there.
Right. There's been several times when permission has been given, yet the record label or a publishing company will go after someone, even if they have permission, just as a blanket way of trying to get some more money. So that's been going on in live venues here in the States for quite a while, where if you do a cover on stage and the venue hasn't paid a fee, sometimes the performing rights organizations will go after them for a yearly fee, and sometimes there will be artists doing their own songs that they've written, yet a more famous band or artist has covered them, and they'll still go after the venue even though it's original material. So it's definitely from one point a kind of a money-getting scheme, and on the other point you can kind of understand the idea behind it, I guess.
Yeah, sure. It is a controversial topic, and there is a reasonable reasoning behind both sides. I mean, I can kind of understand the way they think this thing, but it seems so archaic. I don't know what they're really hoping to achieve with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think a more productive way would be to really rethink the whole business model, and people would be happier for it.
Yeah, I think the performing rights organizations are under a little pressure from their members to get as much money and pay out as much money as possible. On the other hand, I think it benefits the better known, obviously the more successful artists more than the smaller artists. Tesla said in the chat that, for instance, the game companies that, you have somebody doing a game review and using songs or having games in there, and it's kind of free advertising. But songs don't always seem to have that same idea behind it. So it's not a straightforward issue. Sometimes it hurts some artists and helps other artists, so it's very complex. But I guess we're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, we're definitely small artists here in FAWM.org. Well, speaking of Tesla, let's play one song by Tesla. It is some of that sweet, sweet electronic stuff we were talking about. So here is Tesla 3090 and Neon City Streets. Yeah, that's really the kind of music I enjoy. Again, it was Tesla 3090 and the song was Neon City Streets. Definitely have that neon sound.
Yeah, it's a good track. I like when people start showing up asking what the music is. So
yeah, that's always a good sign.
Definitely. So.
Okay. Well, there was some talk at the end of 5090 about different sort of winning conditions. Like maybe you didn't have to post 14 songs. What if you dropped, I don't know, like 500 comments and you were counted as one of the winners? What do you think about that?
I think my personal opinion, of course, is that 14 songs is a win. That being said, I think if we can recognize those FAWMers who are there primarily to listen and keep the community going and helping people along, if we can recognize those folks, I think that's a good thing. We don't want to not include somebody. That being said, it is a songwriting site. Yeah. So, it got to be a little touchy in the thread, I think. So it wasn't a straightforward idea. Lots of different ideas on how to implement it, if to implement it, that sort of thing. I can definitely see it's a touchy subject in a way. So
I can understand the reasoning behind it, because it's really not everyone wants to write 14 songs, and it can get a bit boring after a while if you this is like the 9th FAWM you do and you never win, and you kind of want to win. There's this idea that you should always win the thing you attend. You should try to be the best you can. But then again, it is a songwriting site, and I would feel weird if you won by not writing any songs, but rather cheering people on. And that's a noble cause, don't get me wrong. I love comments, and I love getting comments. They are pretty much a reason why I keep doing the songs. If I never got any comments, I probably wouldn't just do anything. It's a wonderful community, and that's really one of the things that makes it work.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, like, maybe we have this idea of what the goal of the site is. Like, the goal is to make songs, but what if the goal wasn't just making songs, but rather building this wonderful community? What if the idea behind this site was to, like, get people closer and get people like interested in stuff others are doing, interested in songwriting on some level, and maybe just in general raising the positive energy on the internet.
Yeah. Well, I think that you kind of bring up a good point. I mean, the goal of the challenge is to write 14 songs in 28 days. But I think if you were to talk to Bern, I don't want to put words into his mouth, or even Eric or the other moderators, Nancy and Helen, that part of the goal of the site is to encourage as much songwriting as possible. So if you can get a brand new songwriter in and they can write 2 or 3 songs, that may not have won the challenge, but that is kind of the goal of the site. It's not just for established songwriters. It's for new songwriters. It's for anybody that has an interest. It's to get more people to be creative. So I think in some ways the whole discussion is, I don't want to say confusing, but there can be 2 goals that aren't mutually exclusive. It's how you implement it, or if you implement it at all, that it comes down to. But most people say if you write 1 song you wouldn't have written at any other time, then you're a winner. You may not have the trophy, but that's the whole point of being creative. So,
indeed.
Yeah. So,
very interesting.
It works.
let's throw in a little tiny short song, and these are often the kind of songs that get people going, that make the win happen, so to speak. This is Stephen Guiles. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Guiles.
Far Lands or Bust.
Far lands or bust, I guess I must keep on heading out towards where the world ends. Each day I tread, keep a clear head. Me and Wolfie walk about, I'm glad I have a friend. Don't give up, you can make it, yeah. Let's not fake it. Don't give up.
And that was it. Stephen Guiles and Far Lands or Bust. Those are wonderful, wonderful songs. And I think this kind of songs bring out the point that you don't always have to do those 5-minute or however long songs. You don't have to do 47-minute long songs. You can do just a little 1-minute songs and some nice ideas. It doesn't even have to be a full... how would I say this? You don't have to think the whole song through, in my opinion. You can just make part of it, and then if you later feel like it, you can expand it and make more sections and go with that idea.
Yeah, Stephen Wesley Guiles, formerly known as Applehead, he's great at fleshing out ideas and doing that sort of thing. And this song is kind of a cool way of looking at it in both ways. The song is about a minute one, something like that. It was for a specific purpose for a friend of his, and he gave himself a strict 50-word limit for the song when he wrote it. It's still a good song. I love the chorus in it. It works really well for the purpose he had, and but it's not a long song. He on the other side of that, he also, last FAWM, wrote a whole bunch of Minecraft tunes, and he has a Kickstarter campaign actually going on right now to help get this album out, and this is kind of related to that in the Minecraft inspiration category. So it can show that even if you have a big overall theme like he did last year, that you can do smaller bits of it. You don't have to have a big complex theme, or not everything you do has to go into it. So you know, it, like you were mentioning earlier, sometimes you have a big theme and it kind of burns you out. And I know in the forum thread, I said this earlier this week, that just because you have a theme doesn't mean every song or everything you do has to go into it. You can take a break, you can do a silly song, or you can do a different genre, you can do a different theme and come back to it. And, you know, when you're doing this many songs in such a short amount of time, it is easy to start feeling the burnout. So I think it's interesting to see how he specifically approached it, has been going for a year and still being creative. It's pretty cool in my mind.
Absolutely. It was fantastic getting this sort of song. Let's just play more songs. We have a lot of songs queued up here, and I kind of want to get through most of them, if not all. So this is Gerrybhoy and the boy with the silver hair.
Donuts and softies and blue teddy bears, while way is Nana on the arm of the chair that seats us all granda, ruling everyone's affairs, sits the boy with the silver hair. There's no much to ask of this world in which we're living. A hug for your ma and a donut or two. The boy with the silver hair keeps on giving. A shot from his back, he'd give it to you. You know his love's forever. He's deep inside you. Come what may, remember, love comes shining through. Is it too much to ask for a wee room in heaven? We are windy that looks down on the green fields of blue. You know his love's forever. He's deep inside you. Come what may, remember, love comes shining through. Donuts and softies and blue teddy bears. A while away is Nana on the arm of the chair. The seat says all grander, we know he'll be there. The boy with the silver hair. You know his love's forever. He's deep inside you. Come what may, remember, love comes shining through. It's no much to ask to carry on living. Remember the smiles, he knows that we care. And each day's a new day for hearts that are broken. Like all grandest clocks, with time they repair. Donuts and softies and blue teddy bears. A piece and banana on the arm of the chair. Its seat says all grander, we know that he's there. The boy with the silver hair.
Okay, I kind of screwed that up. Thanks for correcting me, TC. So that was Gerrybhoy, the boy with silver hair. And we have a lot of more songs coming up here. I don't know. How do you feel about going a little bit of overtime?
I'm good with that today. Yeah, no problem.
We can test whether or not the YouTube actually cuts us off, since I set the end time to be 6 o'clock local time. But we'll see what happens. I don't know, this is supposed to be a talk show, but we're just listening to music.
That's okay. I like music.
Yeah, me too. Music is just wonderful. And these are all by farmers, and they're just fantastic. I love each one of these. We have one song by laakeri. That's a Finnish word for you. Say with me, laakeri.
Got that one.
Okay. So let's play this one. It's called Torchlight. That should wake you up. So that was
Definitely.
Torchlight by laakeri. And that's representing that Finnish metal. Cool. Seems like a lot of people on the chat really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Woke a couple of them up.
Yeah, it is early in the States. It's actually 6 p.m. here in Finland.
Yeah, it's almost 10 here, but it's going on, I think, 8 o'clock, 7 or 8 o'clock on the West Coast. So,
Yeah.
Morning time for sure.
Yeah, I think it's 7. We started at 7 a.m. there.
Ah,
And of course,
yeah.
the time for the real FAWMtalk would be a lot earlier.
Yeah.
So we're
Don't
actually
remind me.
starting 6:30 East Coast time. Is that right?
Yes.
And we're doing 11:30 a.m. GMT. So for all you people in Europe, that'll be your lunch. And we're doing Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. That's gonna be 10:30 p.m. there.
Yeah. Hopefully it works.
Now the first show will start half an hour earlier. That'll be 4th of February.
Yep.
We're gonna skip the Monday because I need to be somewhere. So
Good reason.
Yeah, that is a good reason. So just don't be expecting a show on Monday because I won't be here.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We got some other songs by John Staples here. So let's
Okay.
play this one. It's called Way Back When.
I remember painted faces, holding hands in secret places, dreaming about the things that we would do. Camping out in your backyard, pounding on that old guitar, wishing on a shooting star with you. Way back when you and I were young, you and I were young, riding bareback in the sun. You and I were young. I remember folding lawn chairs, yellow dog that stole your teddy bear, back when we thought dreams could still come true. I was yours and you were mine, disappeared into the sands of time. Wish I'd had a whole lot more with you. Way back when you and I were young, you and I were young, driving high down 101. You and I were young. Way back when way back when you and I were young. You and I were young. Banging gongs and beating drums. You and I were young. I remember painted faces, holding hands in secret places. I remember all these things with you, way back when.
Ah, love that violin. So that was the one and only great John Staples with a song called Way Back When.
Yeah, another good one. Yeah.
Let's see here. For some reason, a Kickstarter page popped up on my screen. And it's we're talking about this earlier. It's Songs in the Key of Minecraft by Steve Guiles.
Yeah.
And they've actually raised almost $2,000 from their goal of $3,500, or you say that like $3,500 dollars, and it's still got 2 weeks to go. So people, give them your money. They're doing music, and they need to be paid.
Even if everyone doesn't know about the Kickstarter whole thing, it's a kind of a crowd fund or a crowdsource where you get fans to help support a project before the project is started so that it can be paid for. And then depending on the level that you buy in, you get different rewards. You can donate as little as $1, and the reward is that you help something get made that wouldn't have otherwise, or you can donate thousands of dollars and get really nifty prizes of songs written for you, or in studio recordings and all sorts of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Go check it out.
Yeah, there have been a lot of cool Kickstarter campaigns. I haven't actually pledged in anything. But that's maybe only due to the fact that they don't have a PayPal payment there. And that's the only thing I ever use. So, that's a shame.
And it's international, too. It makes it I know there was a discussion at one time between Canada and the U.S. on what can be used and that sort of thing. So I don't know all the ins and outs. But if you like Minecraft, or if you like supporting a farmer in his effort to get an album realized, it would be a great project to go support.
Farmers?
What's that?
Do you like supporting farmers? Well, here's your chance.
Yeah.
That's pandering, yeah. Let's play more music. People are so into the Tesla 39 song earlier. At least I was. Let's play another one of those. This one's called Machine Eye.
surveillance society. Space station, the streets of
Massive replacement of the civilians. There's problems on the number of warrantless tasks on phones and internet activity. It's on the rise. It's on the rise.
There we go. God damn. Some fat sounds there. I just love that sort of sound.
Yeah.
This is a game that came out. So, okay, listen. I'm a gamer, so if you're listening this cast, this is what you're going to get into. There was this mod made for Far Cry 3 called Blood Dragon, and it was exactly like 80s in a hard package. It was fantastic. The sound of that music soundtrack was just excellent, and this is exactly what reminds me of that. And I want to be able to do similar things this FAWM. I don't know how, but I'm gonna figure out something.
Yeah, I'm with you. I get lost even thinking about where to start on something like that. That track was I liked it a lot. There was a lot of stuff going on in there that I was listening to going, how in the world would you go about doing that? And in the chat room, the technical talk came out quite a bit. The squeaky thing is really good. So whatever the squeaky thing was, that was the highlight for somebody. But it's got me thinking about actually getting into it, even though I already said I wouldn't. It's crazy how
saying like using Ableton and a variety of soft synths and sampled hardware and micro Korg stuff like that. I don't have that kind of stuff. I have my VST instruments, and that's what I'm gonna stick with.
Yeah, right.
I tried doing similar stuff during 1590, but mostly I always felt like something was missing. It wasn't. I don't know. Like they weren't bad songs, even in my own opinion, but there was just always something missing. They were also bland. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard when you get into it to keep the level of excitement or to stay creative within the parameters that you've set for the song, and like Tesla does a wonderful job of keeping it moving and keeping it going, and having that low end sound that doesn't necessarily come straight through, but it really adds a lot to the tracks. What I like about that song especially is I was already thinking about production and mixing and how you could translate that into, say, a straight ahead rock song, and how you can get the balance and some pretty cool tones, maybe stretch it a little bit. So I really like that song. It was a good one.
Absolutely. Let's listen to something more about by Gerrybhoy. We got here a track loaded up called "Took the Man's Wager."
Molly, they've taken the dog and set fire to the barn. The horses have bolted and the police have surrounded the farm. Get the shotgun from the kitchen and bring me the shells. For tonight I'm gonna shootin', then I'm going to hell. Tell the cops I'm no danger and tell them to lay down the arms. 'Twas a clan of bad losers, not a drop of honour or charm. They fought for a wager, a man they put up as their best. In Musselburgh races, it took me old dog with me jest. Molly, I'm sorry I dragged you into this mess, but I took the man's wager to buy you your wedding dress. It was a stand-up, they said, but their man, he was all in. Still I bested him twice, broke my hands on his head and his chin. There's a tooth in my head and it's not where it should be. It's buried in my hair and it doesn't belong to me. Paid me the purse, then they took a shine to the dog. That's a fine bull terrier, said one, and I'll be taking it home. If it fights like the farmer, it'll make me a bob or two. And all hell broke loose and old Jess, he jumped in there too. Molly, I'm sorry I dragged you into this mess, but I took the man's wager to buy you your wedding dress. The cops broke it up and I spent the night in the cell. Took the dog to the pound and they gave him the jail as well. This is where I've been and how I came home in a mess. But the comeback Molly and the cops must have known or guessed. Go to the front door and I'll skip out of the back. It's an armed response team, keep it straight and try not to crack. They can burn the barn, they can beat me till I'm black and blue. But when you steal my Jess, you best know I'm coming after you. Oh Molly, I'm sorry I dragged you into this mess, but I took the man's wager to buy you your wedding dress.
So that was Gerrybhoy and Took the Man's Wager. Just a wonderful, wonderful song by him. And it's got that sweet sort of a wonderful voice. And I don't know what it is really. It's got that weird accent and weird sort of undertone to his voice. And I just, it grabs you. It's not quite what you're used to hearing, and it sounds intriguing.
Yeah, he. I think the first song I heard by him was Yellow Motor a year or two ago, and I couldn't stop listening to that song, and so I've grabbed. He's released some stuff on Bandcamp and some other sites or SoundClick, and
yeah.
And I was grabbing everything, and it was like you can't get enough of his vocals. He and Dragon Dreams have done a song or two together that are just wonderful. So yeah, there's some good stuff. I like Jerry. He's one of the ones I keep an eye on the watch list for sure.
Yes. You should all put him on your watch list and just get a taste of Jerry, so to speak. Okay. I think that's about wraps up this cast. I mean, there's just one more thing we need to talk about before we end. Yeah. And it's, of course, the passing of our dear friend, RC.
Yeah.
Who we lost last fall.
Yeah. RC was actually the Spin Tune 7 winner last fall, and or I guess at the end of 5090. And he'd been on the Dragon Dreams forum a little bit and some other places, really a steady part of the community.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of people who've mentioned how much they're going to miss RC, but he helped me a couple of different times with mixes and ideas, and he was always willing to help anybody any way he could. Definitely a good guy, and definitely going to be missed. So.
Yeah, I was really amazed. I didn't really know anything by him before last year's 5090, and once I got listening to his stuff, I think I was listening to Jukebox, and there was this one song that really grabbed me. Jesus, that sounded excellent. Who is this guy? And it's RC. Okay, let's go see his stuff. What has got here? And I kept listening his songs. I just clicked one after another, and each one of those were amazing. Yeah. They all sounded great. They all had that wonderful, crisp acoustic sound, and his vocals were just... I don't know how else to say it. It's just amazing. Sounded amazing. I wish I had that tone in my voice. But just a brilliant musician, an excellent songwriter, and above all that nonsense, just a gentleman.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Definitely a good guy.
Yeah. So here's one of my favorites from RC. It's gonna wrap up our little cast here, and we'll definitely be back 4th of February, so keep an eye on that. So this one of my favorites from RC, and it's called The Marriage.
I met a girl at the bar, in the crowd. It was hard, but I persevered. I couldn't wait. We shouted out a Friday date, and I hope it goes alright. I have planned out quite a night, because she really wasn't like the other girls at the bar. I hope it goes well. I fell hard. I fell so hard. And it was 2 weeks later that we came to celebrate our engagement. Yesterday, I was just some guy. I didn't need a plan. And now today, I've got responsibilities. I'm a married man. And I should have seen this coming, should have thought the whole thing out. I should have seen this coming, but here we are. Here we are. Oh, the boredom. Oh, the boredom. Up and off to work, working back to bed. I love you, but it's getting hard to care. I see you because you're always there. Oh, the boredom. Oh, the boredom. You call, I listen, but clearly something's missing. I speak what I fear, but I don't think you hear. Drifting apart, drifting apart. Oh, I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to start. We're drifting apart, drifting apart. Oh, I don't know how it happened. It's just the way we are. I sneak around behind your back, because your back is always turned. You throw it back in my face. Only you know how many times I've been burned. Because I'm faithless, I'm so faithless, and you're so faithless. You're so faithless, and we're all faithless. We're all faithless, 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 faithless. Thank God it's over. Nobody won. Thank God it's over. The score was 9-9. But we got out before anyone got hurt. Besides you, besides me. And when it's all been done, the best thing is to let it go. Don't let it drag you down to hell. And add it to the list of things you really ought to know. Learn to avoid the places you fell. I'm gonna be a better man, and I won't do less than what I can. The mistakes that I have made, they will not be repeated. I'm gonna be a better man, a better man, a better man, a better man.